What's going on, guys? Michael from GPURisers.com, and today we're going to be testing out the RTX 3080 12GB. Now here on the screen are the overclocks that I'm using. I have 58% on the power limit. The core clock I kind of just left alone for testing purposes, and on the memory clock we have plus 1100. Now at the wall, the total test rig is pulling about 280 watts, but it does idle at around 60 watts. So this card right now is pulling about 220 watts, which is in line with a normal full hash rate or light hash rate RTX 3080 10GB. So here on the screen you can see T-Rex miner version 25.9 mining along on Ethereum right now. Now as of recording this video, there is no miner software that kind of has a unlock for the 12GB version of the RTX 3080. So the best that we can really get is right around 62 mega hash. It says 230 watts here. It might be pulling somewhere in 220, 230. But definitely at the wall, we are getting a reading of 280. So I think that this is off by about 10 watts. Now, this is a For the Win 3 edition. That's why the temperatures are nice and cool. We have 66 Celsius on the memory. And because of the version card, the For the Win from EVGA, we will not be doing any kind of repadding or anything like that. Now, I have the LHR mode off for T-Rex miner. What I did find out with this card, if anyone watching doesn't know, this card does have a different kind of LHR lock than the other LHR cards. So when you boot up T-Rex Miner and you have it do the auto tune function for LHR cards, it kind of just goes indefinitely until about 30-40 minutes in, and it'll land right around 62 mega hash. So what I did was I went ahead and disabled it, and we are getting 62 mega hash at 220 watts, which is not very efficient at all. So I wanted to start with Ethereum, for testing purposes and for video purposes, because I wanted to give you guys a while testing this, showing you guys. You can see right here about over 9,000 shares. This has been running for 7 days, 20 hours. So that said, let's go ahead and test some of the other algorithms. I'm going to go ahead and close this. So for the other tests, we are going to be doing CFX, Firo, Ethereum, Ravencoin, Ergo. We will kind of just be going down the line, but for these purposes, I am going to go ahead and lower the memory clock a little bit for stability purposes, and I'm going to do 150 plus on the core, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the power limit at 100. So let's go ahead and save those settings, and let's start with CFX. So let's go ahead and start with Conflux right here. I have not started this one right away, so I had to give it Windows permission. So that said, I'm going to let this run for about 2-3 minutes, and we'll see where we land. Now, real quick, we are pulling about 440 watts total on the system, which means that this card, the RTX 3080 12GB, is pulling about 380 watts at full power. So the miner's been going for about 2.5 minutes here. The hash rate on Conflux has kind of been decreasing as we've been going. It did start at around 400 watts, about 380 watts, and now we're looking at close to 200 watts. And it does look like it leveled out right at 54 mega hash. So what I also will be doing, guys, is I'm plugging this into What2Mine just so that we kind of have an idea of what this card brings in. So I'm going to go ahead and put 54.2 mega hash, and this is again at 200 watts. All right, guys, now that we have those two, I went ahead and canceled out all the other ones so that we can get kind of a clean slate here. So it does look like it's dropping a little bit. That's probably because I do have the browser open. So I'm going to go ahead with the 54 mega hash. So now that we close that, let's switch over to Firo. All right, so I just started this. Let's let this sit for a couple of minutes and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back here. The miner's been going for about 3 minutes, and it looks like we're getting right at 28 mega hash. So it's pulling about, again, 200 watts with the card not being limited on MSI Afterburner. So let's go ahead and plug those in. So we'll put 28.15 at about 200 watts. So let's close this miner, and now we'll switch over to Ethereum. All right, guys, we're back here. When the miner first started, it was right around 2 giga hash on Ethereum, and now we're getting around 900 mega hash. So I'm starting to think that this LHR block is affecting all the algorithms a little bit. So that said, we will plug this number in Lithium is not on the What to Mine main page, but they do have a calculator for it. So we'll put 918. The power draw is actually really low for Lithium. Right now, this card's pulling about 110 watts. And again, this is without a power limit on the card. So we'll just run calculate right now. Fees, I think, are 1%. It's probably about 2% actually with the pool and the miner. So we'll just leave this right here. So let's go ahead and close that, and we'll switch over to Ravencoin. All right, guys, we're back here. Ravencoin's been mining for a little bit. We're getting around 28 mega hash on the card, and it is pulling about, again, 200 watts. So we have that in for Kapow. Let's go ahead and close the miner, and we'll switch over to Ergo. Now, we'll, again, let this run for a couple minutes, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back here. It looks like on Ergo, we're getting about 142 mega hash at about 120 watts. All right, guys, again, Ergo is not on the front page of What to Mine, but they do have a calculator for it. So this is about $1.58 a day on Ergo. Lithium is about 29 cents a day. So that said, we do have 4 of the algorithms here. We have Ethereum, Conflux, Ravencoin, and Firo. We have a Lithium, which is 29 cents, and we have Ergo, which is $1.58. Let's go ahead and click calculate and run for these 4 algorithms. We'll go ahead and close Ergo right there. So right here, you can see Ethereum, not surprisingly, is going to be the most profitable, even at 62 mega hash at around 220 watts. Followed by Conflux, which is going to be $1.88, Firo $1.61, and Kapow is going to be $1.59. So Ergo is $1.58. So it looks like out of the 4 algorithms here, these are the most profitable. Then it will switch to Ergo, and then finally Lithium will be the least profitable. So I don't want to drag the video on too long, guys. The short and sweet answer to this card is that it's just not that great. Now, Ethereum being the most profitable on this and proof of stake inevitably happening, which I believe will be within a year. I don't think it's going to be this summer in June or July, but it's always possible that they may reach it in June or July. But, you know, this card is relatively expensive. I believe I paid about $1,400 for it. So the payback period here for the RTX 3080 12GB is going to be about 564 days. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not good. So my 2 cents overall with this card, I am going to actually just use this as my main card in my computer. And that is because for just simple video editing, like the video you're watching now, you know, doing different tasks like that for, you know, light gaming, this card will function just like an RTX 3080 full hash rate. And also it gives you that 2 gigabytes of extra VRAM, which does help at 4K. And also the VRAM does help with video processing and everything like that. So this is a great card for a computer that you are not mining on, but as a miner, this card is definitely not at the top of my list. So that said, guys, I'm going to leave it there, not make this too long. I just wanted to give you guys some numbers, but please drop a comment down below if you have this card, if you're mining on it, you know, what are you mining? And are you getting numbers that are a little bit different than us? We'd definitely be interested in that. This is a very interesting card, and it will be interesting to see what the miner programs such as T-Rex or LOL Miner do to unlock this card. I will be holding on to it. Again, like I said, I will be using it in my main computer, so if there are any updates, I will go ahead and throw it back on the test bench, and I will keep you guys updated. But that's going to be everything for this video, guys. I hope everyone watching this has a great rest of their day, and we'll see you guys next time.